Echoes of the silent future, the stranger in the shadows. The stage lights dimmed and the crowd dispersed, leaving behind the faint shimmer of lingering vibrations in the air. No Rest had just finished another of their revolutionary performances, their pulsating light show and resonant vibrations leaving the audience breathless. The band packed up their gear in silence, their faces glowing with the satisfaction of spreading music's essence to a world that had forgotten it. Another one bites the dust, Brennan said, tossing his guitar into its case. I still can't believe how people respond to this. Justin nodded, his fingers still tingling from the ancient guitar's power. They feel it, even if they don't hear it. That's what matters. As they loaded the last of their equipment into their hover van, Travis glanced down the nearby alley. Amid the dim glow of the futuristic city lights, a figure slouched in the shadows. Hey, you see that? Travis muttered, nudging Steve. The others followed his gaze. The man in the alley looked disheveled, his clothes tattered and face streaked with dirt. His eyes, wide and frantic, darted toward the band and then back to the ground as he licked his cracked lips. Poor guy looks thirsty, Travis said, reaching into the van and grabbing a bottle of Squirt from their stash of old-world beverages. He held it up with a smirk. Who knew this stuff would still exist in 2094? As Travis approached, the man's head snapped up, his face illuminated by the faint glow of a nearby light panel. Hey man, you need this? Travis asked, holding out the bottle. The man hesitated, but then reached out shakily. Just as he did, Travis stumbled over a loose piece of debris, the bottle slipping from his grip. It fell, bouncing once before landing squarely on a glossy black widow spider that had crawled onto the pavement. The spider exploded in a burst of juice and legs, sending a small, grotesque splatter across the ground. Oh crap, Travis muttered, grimacing at the mess. He picked up the bottle, its surface streaked with spider guts, and wiped it half-heartedly on his shirt. It's still good, man. You can keep it. The man eyed the bottle, then snatched it without a word. Seriously, it's fine, Travis added, taking a step back. The stranger popped the cap off, tipped the bottle to his lips, and guzzled the drink in one go, spider guts and all. That dude was thirsty, Brennan muttered, watching from the van. Without so much as a thank you, the man wiped his mouth on his sleeve and bolted down the alley, disappearing into the labyrinth of shadows. Back in the van, the band couldn't shake the strange encounter. Did you see the way he ran? Steve said, his bass leaning against his shoulder, like he was running from something. Maybe he's got to pee, Justin added, his brow furrowed. Travis shrugged. He was thirsty. I'm sure he's fine. But as the van hummed to life and they drove off into the neon-lit streets, Justin couldn't shake the image of the man's eyes, wide, unblinking, and just a little too wild. Later that night, as the band settled into their small hideout, the power flickered briefly, plunging the room into momentary darkness. What the hell? Brennan muttered, glancing around. When the lights returned, they were dimmer than before, casting strange, elongated shadows on the walls. In the corner of the room, something caught Justin's eye, a small black smear on the floor. Is that? Justin started, but his voice trailed off. A faint, chittering sound echoed through the space, like 1,000 tiny legs skittering over metal. Travis stared at the black smear, his face pale. You don't think. Before he could finish, the sound grew louder, and the shadows on the walls seemed to ripple, twisting into shapes that shouldn't have been possible. And from the corner of the room, a low, guttural voice emerged, a voice no one should have been able to hear in this silent world. You shouldn't have given me the drink. I'm Nick, by the way. The band froze, their eyes locked on the growing shadow, knowing exactly what they'd stumbled upon.